Wait a second, you were asking Matt about Sarun, right? What her portfolios are?
Yeah, I was sort of like, is she sort of opposite to Lathander, like, and stuff? But
I mean, to be fair, I think she's opposite to Shar.
who
Technically,
Shar is.
Sarun's sister.
I don't know too much about the pantheon of the gods very much, so.
No, so Sarun is god of moon, stars, navigation, navigators, wanderers, questers, seekers,
Okay.
non-evil lycanthropes.
Non-evil lycanthropes. Okay,
Yes.
that makes sense.
Holds portfolios of moon, moonlight, and stars, beauty and purity, love and marriage, navigation and navigators, tracking wanderers and seekers, diviners and dreams, good and neutral lycanthropes, and autumn.
Which is a little bit useless during winter, but that might be me thing.
So Fingari's whole shtick is like there's supposed to be sunlight and like daytime and nighttime. Otherwise, twilight can't truly exist. So he's there to bring back the daylight so that people can appreciate the twilight more.
Sounds logical.
Somewhat.
Hmm?
Somewhat logical, yeah.
Yeah.
I do have it. Eldritch Smite. I keep forgetting about that. Swipe.
Damn, you're rolling a lot.
Obviously,
No.
thing open.
Is this from the list of how to kill the party, or not?
No. Something I meant to set up earlier. Forgot.
Dragging 50 tokens out onto a map.
Exactly.
But that is Tomb of Annihilation.
I don't know. I think Tomb of Annihilation usually goes for this one enemy has a bajillion resistances and one vulnerability, and he can do this bullshit thing where you have no save to being charmed or something.
I mean, in my eyes, Tomb of Annihilation is where they've taken away all of the easy solutions, where you're having to solve it in exactly the one way it was intended to solve.
That too.
Yeah, that's Tomb of Horrors.
Oh, Tomb of Horror. I keep getting those two confused.
Yeah. Tomb of Annihilation is the campaign, whereas Tomb of Horrors is the meat grinder dungeon that so far has ground no meat.
Yeah, I'm still quite unimpressed, to be honest.
I mean, you've been too scared to interact with anything.
So what you're saying is you've been playing it correctly.
I mean, you have no idea. Like, you might have missed the easy way through.
We might have.
Is the easy way through just knocking on the front door twice and then the door automatically opens or something like that?
I mean, there's been 3 doorways that have been fairly obvious, and you've not gone through any of them.
Yes, okay, but it's Tomb of Horrors, and the easy doorway is never the real doorway.
Unless it is. Unless that's what he wants you to think.
Probably. And if that's the case, it's whoever made it is a fucking genius. Although what I would even like more is that you have the entire dungeon, you get out, and then you notice by going out that, oh wait, there's a door across. That you can only see from the inside of the cave. That would
I
be,
mean, assuming you found the correct entrance.
yes.
Or the only way to find it is just like to dimension door in precisely the right direction.
But don't you need for dimension door need to know where the exit is, though?
You can designate a direction and a distance.
Yes, so you would have to know how deep the thing is, or just by
Yeah.
dumb luck.
Yeah. You
Doesn't
think a Sararak wouldn't know exactly where to dimension door himself?
true?
Still need to change the front page. I dislike that we're still on this map.
Force
Why?
Inspector one.
Why is that?
So that implies that it's not just you teleport back to town.
And the big boss appears from the trees.
Bold of you to assume it's not the trees.
And then I bravely run away.
To be fair, probably the best solution. Pull a Braves for Robin.
Ella would certainly say so.
Are we waiting for someone?
I swear everyone's here, aren't they?
Yep.
Seems like it, yeah.
Oh, sweet. Cool. So, what happened last time?
Mercs and Minols.
Well, I mean, big fireball run,
Absolutely. Yeah.
some lunatics that Estella, of course, had to save, and then more came and they tried to stabbing her. So,
I'm not too sure why the barbarian would want to save like insane people, but yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I still I don't know who who came up with the theory, but
We didn't know that until we really let them out, and then, you know.
no. I just want to believe that it's Estella trying to bring in fresh livestock.
Oh, that's a good theory.
Yeah, that is. I mean, like, you could see him in the cage, like, certifiably insane.
Yeah,
He
that's a
did
bit
try and
confused
attack
me,
us.
frankly.
From within the cage.
And let's see, and of course, the important thing that none of you, well, no, except for Volkmar, none of you know what Charlene was, which is disappointing.
But it doesn't matter because it was all like trash.
No, it was all trash, but the fact that they didn't know is disappointing. Oh, and something about a demon prince that the Gnolls were summoning, and the fact they looked rather starved.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much Gnolls are like they're created exclusively through demonic power for a purpose normally. So when the purpose is done and they run out of food, they just sort of die off.
It's a bit of a rough life.
Yeah.
Efficient though with the food.
It's a hard no life.
for us. Could I have a look closer at these berserkers, crazy people?
Of course.
I'm
What would you like to figure out?
Have we kind of started? We have kind of started, haven't we?
I guess so.
Yeah. So, this was the end of your day's travel essentially. You've still got about another, what was that? It was about 3 hours or so to go before you reach town. But you've traveled your 8 hours for the day, and this is kind of your stopping point, regardless. So,
I kind of they look frostbitten and stuff. I kind of want to see. Right, so I kind of want to see what keeps them going after being so badly frostbitten and half naked and
I'm
sure.
It's probably that meme picture of local man literally too angry to die.
Also see if there's something making them crazy or not, or if they've just gone insane or something.
Sure. How would you like to go about this?
I'm guessing there would be something making them crazy.
I could help you with a medicine check.
If are we staying here to camp?
I mean, we could at least make a bit of progress back towards town. It's only 7 o'clock according to the timer.
You have traveled your full day on top
Yeah,
of the
so-
combat and stuff,
yeah.
So we're probably staying here, right?
Unless you want some lovely, lovely exhaustion.
Yeah, okay. Had my fill of exhaustion, I think.
Then I would like to bring out the monocle again, I guess, and detect magic as a ritual, I think. So I'll
Fair
spend
enough.
10 minutes and 6 seconds doing that.
It's essentially, so this is like an artifact. It's essentially 10 minutes of fiddling and getting it to sit just right in your eye.
Getting it warmed
Uh,
up and powered on.
okay. Getting it all focused in and all that sort of shit. Yeah, fair enough.
But being well, I'm speaking as a glasses owner here, but I'm sure half that time is just spent polishing it and going, it's clean now, and then looking at it and notice it's still filthy and polishing it some more.
Yeah, rituals with artificing things are a bit weird. The assumption is that you're spending those 10 minutes preparing it or winding it up or unpacking it,
Changing
But-
its
so-
spectrum or something from
Yeah.
infrared or whatever.
Yeah, so in the case of something very simple and very non-mechanical, like a monocle, we can only assume it's 10 minutes of fiddling with it to get it in your eye, get it to sit right in your eye.
Well, I'd imagine it wouldn't be sort of a normal monocle then, if that's the case.
No.
So maybe one with a mini telescope on it, so it, you have to fold it in and out.
Yeah, a little bit zooming in, and yeah. A little bit Mechanicus, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, so yeah, what are you looking at? What are you looking for specifically?
So if I'm just gonna look through the detect magic first of all.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna see if there's any magic sort of, connecting these guys, or if there's any magic around them still. Without their weapons about and things.
Cool. Give me an Arcana check then, please.
Fucking 4.
Okay. So yeah,
Ooh,
quick
could
check.
it be with advantage because of the thing? Detect magic.
For this specific purpose, yeah, I'm happy enough.
Cool. I'll just roll it again. I rolled less, so it's 12.
12 it is. Fair enough. To be fair, I mean, given it's still 12 and a 4, that's fair enough, really.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see, what kind of magic would that be? I think it's abjuration. Let's double check a spell book and make sure I'm right. That would be it. Yeah, I think it would be. So yeah, there's no magic like active on the. Oh, fuck's sake. Let's do that so there isn't names everywhere. Close enough. So there isn't any like active magic on the berserkers. Likewise, there isn't any like latent magic on them. Looking over a couple of them, you see there's like a vague, like a really sort of like low glow of abjuration magic. I think would be the closest or most appropriate. On like little bits of Chardolin, like little bits of like almost like scrap bits of it. Like almost like arrowhead size bits, for example, like small shards of it. You're getting like little bits of abjuration magic, but it's barely registering, even with detect magic. It's there, but it's fairly background. It's done enough to like clog up the Chardolin and have it not able to absorb any other magic. But it's not really. It's just sort of there. You know, kind of like it's contaminated it. I think would be the best way to put it. And if you're looking around at, I think Fangari and Athela both have
I do
like
as well.
a selection of their what? Yeah.
Mm.
Do you?
I think I do. I didn't put it on my sheet, but I think I picked up a spear or something,
Okay, fair enough.
or a maul. I think.
Oh, one of the Morning Stars.
I think so.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. A second, I will. Or flail even.
Flail,
Flail,
isn't it?
I've just chucked it in your sheet.
Okay.
Because poison damage. Yeah, weirdly, it's a natural weapon because it's yeah. Anyway, yeah, looking over that in your hands, it's got the same like corrupted stink of like magic on it. From your own experience, as you know, a warlock, it is definitely of a demonic direction.
Hmm.
But for 12 Arcana, that's all you're getting.
Mm. Do I get the idea if I were to identify, I would get a better idea, or
Let me
also have that?
double check the limits of that spell.
It just tells the properties and how you use it, basically.
Doesn't identify curses. Though.
No, if it's considered a curse, that is. I won't make you waste the spell slot on it.
Okay. Well, I was only going to do it as a ritual anyway.
I mean, if you don't spend the time, I can give you another roll at it, like, you know, a few hours down the line after you've had a bit of time with it, if you really want to do it that way.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do next. Is just sort of contemplate it and sort of just
Okay,
look at it.
that's your sort of downtime for the evening, as it were.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's my like 2 hours of light activity.
Fair enough. What's everybody doing with their evenings?
I mean, if we're going to be here for a while, I'd probably pop up Tiny Hut as a ritual.
Can't we just use that nice or cozy spell that Volkmar was using for it?
If he's still got spell slots.
I think Athela just wants somewhere
Okay.
nice and warm to lie down at this
Kilson's
point.
muted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He's BRB.
Ah, cool.
but I mean, I'm just imagining that's the way a little bit more comfortable than tiny hut.
Sure.
Sounds rather cramped. But it sounds
enough.
cool, though.
We'll assume he's probably going to do that since it's the end of the day and he's still got 2 of his 3 level 3 spell slots left. I wonder if we can get like an overlay for that. I do a
What?
bit casual googling in that
What's that for?
for Golder's Tower.
Yeah. Check the
Art browser,
Oh.
yeah.
art browser. Yeah. Yeah. Only thing is, tiny hut would protect us if any more of those idiots come along.
Yeah, but we could just like bottleneck them as well in the tower. So
I mean, protection or comfort. Protection. I'm going to go for comfort.
I'm back.
Welcome
Sorry
back.
about that. I had to have a boomer with a laptop.
Everybody's waiting for their evening's accommodations.
Oh, okay. I mean, seeing as like we're done and it's clear that we're clear to rest up, I guess Vogmar would summon the tower somewhere around here. Same configuration as before, bedroom up top for him and then living room or whatever for everyone else.
What's the radius on it?
I'll put it in chat.
Oh, nice.
It's about that, I believe.
100 square feet. So that's 10 foot by 10 foot, is it?
Nope. Well, if it's a square.
Square. Yeah.
So yeah, that works out to roughly a 10-foot radius.
okay.
Cool. I feel a little bit paranoid. I'll pop a tiny hut in there anyway.
Okay.
We can come and go through it as we please, but which means that double safe, nobody can get in.
I was gonna say, like, the other guys can come and go as they please, but you're stuck in
Yeah.
it.
Isn't
Unless
that
it's
the
spirit-
magical equivalent of socks and sandals?
Belt and braces.
Hang on. I think I like this one better. I was good for that one. Grand. Where did you import into? Oh, there we go. Does that come in as a tile? It has. Or is it? Okay. Here.
Ba-ba.
Boop. There you go. 1 tar.
Mark goes upstairs to his room where there is one bed. He will remind everyone to take off their shoes.
Of course.
I'm just going to look down at my hooves and then look back up at you.
Or horseshoes.
Sounds painful.
Yes, it's the nail.
Rip them out. Ooh. Actually, I'm just gonna whisper that to Pointy as opposed to saying that out loud for Phil to hear.
Okay.
Sorry,
Oh.
correction. There we go. That's the correct size. Oh,
Wow,
great.
that's
That's
quite
in the
small.
wrong layer as well.
What is that? That's not the tower, is it?
Ish.
It's sent
yeah.
to Phil anyway. He's got fucking. He's got a
Are you
setting
sure
on.
that's the right fat? I mean,
Hang on. There isn't a specific Galder's Tower, so
oh, you can imagine a smallish kind of tower.
yeah.
As far as I know, horses' hooves are like literally practically the same stuff your nails are made of, so it will probably
Just carroting.
yeah, you wouldn't actually like they don't feel anything when the horseshoes get
Yeah. You nail in horseshoes into
Yeah,
the base of some.
I just said that the heat metal spell would suck.
it probably
Whatever.
It'll probably smell real bad.
Oh. Although I expect you could just like jump in the snow and quench it, maybe.
Well, here,
There you go.
yeah.
I'm just gonna call it that for simplicity's sake.
Okay.
Fair enough. So yeah. Like was on a little bit. And are you gonna be setting up watch in the middle of nowhere, or
I mean, there might be more berserkers, so I think it's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I suppose
Fair
if
enough.
we must.
general order?
Well, Othello wants a nice long sleep, so she'll volunteer to go last. She'll take the last watch.
I'll take the watch. That watch before Othello then.
I was going to take the sort of second watch, so after I've done with the Charladin stuff, and
Cool.
take the watch and then sleep.
Sounds good to me.
I think Ari only needs 4 hours of sleep, so he's happy to take whenever.
Fair enough.
May have been a bit.
And
It's fine.
everybody hit their long rest button, of course.
Okay, so I can.
Cool.
Unprepare that. And prepare that.
Do.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Cool. Oh, that's a good point. There it is. Sorry, should have disadvantage. So one more time, please.
Again?
Yeah, should have been disadvantage.
How come?
Reasons. I'll explain in a minute.
Darkness.
Didn't make a huge difference for you anyway.
I think this is going to be one of those days where I don't roll above 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fair enough.
So I can do think.
So, while we're doing this, Athela, have you thought yet about how you're going to pay those kobolds? Well, and me, of course. That is the more important part of that question.
I assume this is before this conversation is happening before we've all.
I would assume in the evening, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Before all that begins.
I mean, it's
She's just going to roll her eyes and say, since when are you such an advocate of kobold rights anyway?
I mean, if kobold rights help me to ensure my own pay, then yeah, I'm an advocate of kobold rights.
Oh, I see. Okay, sure.
I believe it's more of a rights of workers' rights more than kobold rights, right?
Yeah, workers' rights, kobolds' rights. As long as I get paid, that's the primary thing.
Seize the means of production.
Hmm.
I'm sure. I mean, during the time when the 2 or 3 weeks or however long it was when we were just running the bar, I'm sure she would have given you some, probably not huge, but some percentage of the takings.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, I'm joining you for these nice adventures. I want something more.
Well,
I mean, all of the companions, all of your
what do you
companions of the
want?
realm.
What do you want out of me? You're getting as much out of this as I am.
I mean, all of your companions of the Ram Circle have unfortunately come to pass. I mean,
You don't have to rub it in.
I see an open position in that regard, right? I mean, think about what would happen if something would happen to you. Then who would get the ramshackle? The kobolds?
Oh
We
yeah.
wouldn't want that, would we?
She's just looking thoroughly fed up with this conversation at this point, and just goes, "Yeah, okay, sure, fine. You know what?" And she grabs a piece of parchment and starts scribbling furiously on it. Words to the effect of, I, Athela Fathom, being of sound mind, hereby leave the ramshackle to the kobolds if I should die, which I am definitely not going to. Because I am going to live forever! And then it probably says something like, P.S. Lala sucks at the end.
That's you told.
And then she thrusts it in your direction.
I was hoping you'd make smarter decisions. But, oh well. That's what I get, I suppose, for trying to negotiate.
I mean, she's half horse.
That's what you get
Yeah.
for...
Well, I mean, half me or more. I mean, with this level of stubbornness.
Well, you
Yeah,
know, if you'd just been a bit nicer.
I've been really nice and helpful.
The way you keep bringing up alleged cannibalism. That's definitely a way to get on a good side.
Hey, it's hearsay. I've never accused you of something. It's only hearsay. I mean, it's your former compatriots that brought it up. I'm just trying to keep their unique brand of humor alive.
Sure you are.
Yeah.
I mean, from the sounds of it, the evidence sort of is damning.
And what would you know about anything to do with any of this? I mean,
Larlock filled me in.
Were you there?
No, but Larlock filled me in. I mean, by the sounds of it, it's...
I haven't filled you in. I've just told you what one of those small kobolds, the smart one, said about her apparently eating. I don't know. I wasn't there.
And you believed the kobolds.
I mean, you're right. That one did ultimately betray us. But then again, you liked it enough to put up a portrait of him. So I'm assuming that there's some grain of truth in that story.
Just because they believed it didn't mean it was true.
I mean, it's rather fortunate for you then that they're dead, isn't it?
She just stops talking to you at that point, and you can tell you've maybe touched on maybe a bit of a sore point.
I mean, you can't go around that fact, unfortunately. I'm grateful for you saving my life, but
Yeah, I'm starting to regret it.
yeah,
She mutters under her breath.
I know. It was a very brave decision of you, and I owe you for that one. I'm just trying to look after your future, after all, and your future legacy. But oh well, conversation for another time, I suppose.
Maybe when we're not camped out in the ass end of nowhere with a giant pile of severed knoll heads for company.
I mean, those knoll heads are worth 15 gold pieces a pop.
That's true, and she perks up a bit at that. They don't exactly make for good decoration, though.
Well, it's a good job we're selling them.
It's about leaving a message.
Fair enough. Okay. So. Fingari, Larlock.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose the two of you would wake up in time to see Athela having walked off in the middle of the night. You sort of catch the end of her, getting outside of sort of sight range, about about 3/4 of a mile away,
Oi!
and dips away.
Oi! Ethera! Where are you going? You were supposed to take the watch after me.
No, this is like during her watch sort of thing.
Yeah, but if she's gonna wander off, then she won't be able to do the watch after me. Nah,
No,
fuck
she
it,
was doing the last watch.
I know. It's still the same point. Fuck it, I'll chase after her.
I mean,
Does this shouting wake up the rest of us?
She can do 100 feet double movements, so good luck.
Yeah, Larlock, can I have athletics, please?
Wait a second, do I have anything to help me with that? Give me a second, let me check what... How far is she at the moment?
Hang on, what's a 1/4 mile? Like, what, 500 meters? Like, I'm talking, like, you do know it's her, but, like...
Oh shit.
Like, And from Athela?
Just a check?
Athletics.
Oh yeah, that will be done. Yes, an athletic saving throw. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that sucked.
I mean, I feel inclined to say yours would be with advantage, but, like, yikes. That's a bad roll. Fair enough. In which case, look, how much effort are you putting into running after her?
I mean, quite a bit.
Fair enough. Athela, Larlock's running after you and shouting at you.
I'm just going to ignore him. I'm keeping running.
Gonna eat him.
I'm a centaur with a purpose.
Fair enough then. Can both of you give me? Well, okay, fair enough. Larlock, you make some progress towards her.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't. She either can't hear you or doesn't want to listen to you or whatever.
I'm going to shut the door to the tower and turn to everybody else and say, "Horse is bolted."
I mean, I'll try once more to see if I can get closer to her, I suppose.
Fair enough. Give me both of you athletics checks, please.
Right, I have literally +7, so please don't roll so bad this time. There we go.
Fair enough. Ethel seems to have got into your stride, and you're no longer making any progress towards her. And after, another 100 or so meters, you lose track of her already. She's pretty clearly heading towards town, though.
Well, then I'll just turn back towards the tower, mumbling something about stupid mules.
Fair enough.
You will notice she's left a few things behind.
You left us. That is the most important thing.
Well, the knoll heads, but she's left her armor, probably things like her backpack, the tent she was carrying. There's a couple of things.
I guess Volkmar would come down after hearing all this commotion. And I don't know, seeing the armor, he would be confused. There's no, like,
Why's the
final
barbarian
goodbye
need
note?
armor? Sorry. Yeah, I think Fingari would be like not overly worried if she's left all her stuff. Then she'll be back surely. Be annoyed that she's run off on her watch.
I mean, well, what do you expect with these stubborn beasts? Didn't even look back.
Volkmar would chip in and say, "This is her first time she has done it."
I know her for just about 2 weeks, so I assume that it is. But there's no real use chasing after a runaway horse, I suppose.
This is the new day, is it, Phil? No, it's on her watch, isn't it?
No, her watch was the last one, so all the rest you would have had your full rest. Everyone's like fully rested and good to go. This is the new morning,
Okay.
as it were.
So, what do we do? I mean, there's a chance that. Wait, she only took the knoll heads, right?
No, she didn't take the knoll heads, right?
Well, they were in a pile outside. I don't think we would have brought them inside to sit next to the fire somehow. Get nice and smelly. So yes, we'll say you still have the knoll heads.
I mean, otherwise it would have made sense. Then she's just trying to bolt with the reward money. This is just pure madness.
Volkmar would chip in at this point and say, "We have two options. We go after her, or we stay here."
Wait, she has she or hasn't she taken the knoll heads?
No.
She hasn't.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, chasing after her would be the slightly easier option, I suppose. Do know how I wouldn't know how long it would take her to, well, or if she'll return.
I bet you feel bad about teasing her now, don't you, Larloch?
Well, in the eyes of Larloch, you're as trustworthy as Garvik was, which is very low on the list.
Okay.
But if it helps you feel like you're a special little butterfly, then sure, Larloch will feel bad.
Well, good. Also, while you're deciding what to do, I'm getting some more water.
No worries. So yeah, we're just waking up, having breakfast, and heading on out. At your
I mean,
own pace.
if she's ran off like back towards town, I'm like, how far is it towards town?
3 hours.
3 hours?
last time. It
Yeah.
was mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, 3 hours at a normal walking pace.
I mean, it is a bit unfortunate that the mule was the one to leave, but yeah.
I was going to say, giving your Sans your pack horse. Obviously, the null heads be split up between you and all. So, unless you're just waiting for it to come back, like whatever.
Fingar is pretty strong. He's got some.
Did she leave a note or at all?
Don't think
Yeah,
so.
it's-
She left
can
all the
I-
shit, so
You can have a look.
Can I like inspect her kit and see try and figure out what she's sort of left, or what she's taken even, and what
Can I help?
sure. One of you can roll investigation with advantage.
advantage anyway.
Phil, what do I get from
Oh,
my
God,
passive
no.
investigation?
What?
Sorry, Kilson?
What do I get from my passive investigation of 23?
Oh, right, nice.
Hmm.
I mean, you haven't known Ethel very long, but from what's lying around, you probably still get her shield, javelins, some like utility gear, and like a couple of personal effects are probably still with her. So I think you would describe it more as she's traveling light rather than stripped naked and ran into the snow, as it were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Volkmar would relay this to the rest and portray it as she has clearly not lost her mind, but she is traveling with minimal provisions and equipment.
How odd. So, yeah, we're going to set off to town then, in the hopes to find her there.
So I can carry 8 of the null heads. For £10 each.
Carry a couple, 2, maybe 3.
How many are left? Minus the
There's
23?
17.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, could I pile some on my shield and like tie some rope to my shield and drag it behind, like a makeshift sled?
Yeah, I'm good for that. Yeah, I'm
Volkmar
sure you
could
could
carry
probably
like 10
pile
of
an
them.
extra couple on. Yeah.
Well, Volkmar could technically carry 20 of them. I guess he'll carry like whatever's left.
I mean, if Volkmar volunteers, then yeah, you're getting a lot of stuff.
Yep, easy.
Yeah, I could take 8. So if you get 9, then we're all good.
Cool. Right, I guess we're heading off then. What about the rest of Athella's stuff?
I mean, your tar exists for 24 hours, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, yeah.
The heaviest thing would be the scale mail, which is £45.
I could also carry that.
I can't.
I guess Volkmar would volunteer to also carry that then.
I mean, we could just leave her stuff here and leave the tower up. I mean, she's the one who left it.
We'll
I
take
mean-
what we can.
Yeah, otherwise we will have to track back to this place, and that would just be a waste of time.
Well, she could just track back on her own, couldn't she? She
I
left her on
mean,
her own.
yeah, but this would just be easier. I assume.
Vogmar would also chip in and say it would depend on how long it takes to find her. And with the 3-hour journey back, there is a possibility that the tower would vanish before she would make it here.
And I
And
mean,
that would mean there would be littering. No, we must take everything.
and if she doesn't come back, it will at least give us some collateral, right?
Yeah. We'll take what we can, and then if we can't get everything, then we'll stash it somewhere.
I mean, if it's just the skill, what else is there? Just the weapons, the shield, or has she taken all of that?
Some of it.
Suppose I'll try to carry the rest of the scraps.
It'll
Make
be
myself
it'll be things
full-
like the 2-person tent, the furs, crag cap pelts, like the kind of stuff you wouldn't go to sleep with, like her pack with torches and rations and water skin and that kind of thing. Bedroll, that sort of jazz.
Wait, what crag cap pelts?
the ones that we killed on the way to the null pit.
Yeah. Remember the ones you were going to turn into cloak and all?
Okay. Or we'd gone to the ramshackle in between then, but okay.
No. That was after we set up for the null pit.
Yeah, that was last. No, session before. I think.
Probably. And anyways, Lala will carry as much as he can and set off towards wherever that town is. Caer Konig. And in the meantime, while asking there, ask the other adventurers if they've seen any interesting stuff on their adventures here.
You ask what? Sorry.
If you've seen anything interesting while you've been adventuring around here.
Of course, yeah. You went in the trio.
Oh, no.
I'm not sure. I haven't thought that far back in terms of character creation.
He's just trying to make some small talk.
If you didn't get it, Phil, we are moving now.
Yeah, no, I heard. Don't worry.
Okay.
So who wants to give me a survival check? Just to keep yourselves right, see if you find any, you know, sneaky little shortcuts, that sort of angle, not a, oh, hey guys, you're going to get lost. Just a general progression marker.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah, fair enough. It takes the full 3 hours as you thought. The snowdrifts have shifted around a little bit from the last time you were through here, and you don't get lost. Keep the path, but it's not. It could have been a bit smoother. You notice on the way around, there was a few places you probably could have saved a bit of time and all that sort of shit.
I was just following a fella's tracks.
Yeah, fair enough. No major issues. So yeah. So 2.5 hours later, you arrive in Caer Konig.
Well, also, they would have found some bits along the way as well.
Yeah. Along the way, you find what seems to be a clump of Athela's javelins. Another few hundred meters along her shield. Another few hundred. Some bits of rope. Her climbing gear. And the most personal item you've seen her with, like a captain's hat.
I'll suppose I'll start wearing the captain's hat then, while dragging the shield and the other stuff behind me.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, I had to zoom in. I wonder what those dots were.
Yep. I couldn't find a more bespoke map for this, so we're just going to use the main one with all the tokens at a weird scale.
Oh, Crovis.
Oh no. Really?
Oh.
Okay, so we arrive into town, I guess, right?
Yep.
What do we see?
See what you see?
So we
That-
see like a
is
dead
that-
Trovis and
Yeah.
dead people all around.
Hang on, it's supposed to be there. My apologies. How far can you see? It should be restricted to your token vision.
I
can
can
see
everything.
I see all.
I can see
Ah.
everything.
And now?
There we go.
There we
That's
go.
better.
I still see a decent chunk.
Oh yeah, you
That's-
would though.
Okay, so if I see him, then I would run over and like check for vitals. Yes.
Bring up the Ace Interact menu.
See if there's anything I can do.
Are
Sure.
there also any chunks of
Unpaused.
also any bite marks?
Mhm.
Just medicine check then.
Medicine check, please.
Jesus.
He is on the brink of death, but not quite dead yet.
Oh, awesome.
Being literally like refrigerated the whole time is probably what's kept him alive.
Cool. Good to cure wounds. Hang on, how do I?
Sorry,
Is that targeting?
just give me the roll and I'll add it. It's going to be a little bit weird for this.
Oh, it's not letting me.
Oh right, yeah, the blood's a token. It's imported weird. Oh fuck, no, don't want that. No, Turvis, you can come back. Hang on, and then we'll just get rid of that. There's a pool of blood around him, and we'll just there we go. How's that? You
Yeah.
should be able to get a thing on him now. Nice.
Nice.
I love this module. It's such a good find.
Which one? The blood splatter one.
The effects.
Oh yeah.
So while Fenkar is doing that, can I see if I can see any movement?
So give me a quick perception check. Yeah, quick glance around. You can see in the houses closest to you, there's a couple people like peeping through their shutters, and the place seems to be fairly well locked down.
Okay, but nothing outside.
No.
Also no sign of Atella then, I suppose?
No sign of Othello. Turvis, on you casting Cure Wounds on him, just comes back in a and sits up abruptly and takes his swing for your face, Fangari.
Okay.
And it's just in like a,
Yeah. I attempt to like heroically like catch his fist.
Go give me a dex save then.
Oh no, that's not heroic.
No, your hand gets only about halfway as far as it needed to, and you get like clobbered in the cheek. The rest of you see Trubus like jump up out of the snowdrift, out of his usual snowdrift, and starts looking around at. He's all wild-eyed and like he's like panting, like he's very clearly in a state of shock.
Whoa! Calm down, Trovis.
The rest of you
What
here
happened?
to kill me as well, aren't you? That centaur here to kill me as well. I'm not gonna let yous.
Wait. What did the centaur do?
He kicks something out of the snowdrift, and it's one of the Charlatan javelins.
Sleep.
Okay, roll damage.
I got max healing, didn't I? Bollocks.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. 23.
Cool. I don't think he's got anything to shake that off. Nope. He basically just like flops back down into the snowdrift.
Well, he's no good.
Was she hit with one of those spears?
Yeah, but so was I.
Yeah, but maybe the poison does something.
It would make sense. Maybe
It
take away the javelin from.
Yeah, I'll kick away the javelin and kind of like try and snap it. Like
Oh,
stomp
very
on it.
easily, yeah. Yeah,
I'm
as soon as you like make any like effort against it, yeah, easily.
I'm gonna drop the maul or whatever I have, like in the snow, on the side of the road, I guess. For now.
That's fair enough.
I'm also going to drop the stuff that I was carrying for Athela. And which way does the destruction lead?
Yeah, I'm going to drop the flail that I have as well.
Yeah, I guess we should just all like pile them in a pile and like do something.
This away.
Then I'll start slowly heading that way.
Lolok,
No, I'll carry on as well.
Yes.
You seem to know something about this material. What is there anything that could be causing this?
I mean, last time I checked it, like I said last time, they seemed corrupted, defiled. Something was wrong with them, but they are of no real use. The interesting magical part about it is gone, but there's something off with them.
I'm gonna summon my packed weapon as well.
Sure. What form?
There's a longbow.
Was good.
Well, I suppose
Alright.
we'll try
Free to
to
move.
find the horse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like run up the street with the Larlock.
Can I, like, while he's on the floor, can I try using Identify on him? See if it's some sort of magical effect.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Use identify, and he is affected by. 1 second. Where we go? Some sort of enchantment magic that seems to make him sleep.
Nothing else, though.
Literally nothing else now.
Cool. Not got time to do anything else, so I'll just follow the rest of the party. Leave
This
them there in the snow.
does not look good. What have
No.
you done, fella?
Are these like dead villagers?
It seems to be like sort of town militia. There's no like specific uniform, but like if they've got shields, they've got like the town crest on them, and
Yeah. Are they like dead?
at a cursory glance and the amount of blood that's around him, you'd say yes.
Okay.
What sort of wounds do they have? Is it like weapons or
Yeah.
hooves?
Sort of a mixture of all of the above.
Huh.
They've all been like fairly fairly efficiently cut down, I think would be the way to put it.
Could we tell if it was like piercing or if it was like something else, or they've been
Yeah.
bludgeoned?
Oh,
from
definitely,
hook
yeah.
plants?
A couple of them have been bludgeoned. You come across like
This
this
skull half caved in and stuff, right?
Yeah, this guy beside you still has a Charlatan javelin like impaled into him.
Right. And she attached, and Trovis had a javelin as well, right?
Yeah, so it means she's clearly been using them.
Right. Okay.
I'm gonna like snap any of those weapons that I come across.
Okay.
I'm gonna sort of yell back at everyone. Is like, I think it's the Shardlin. Perhaps we should try and destroy it later, though. We need to
On
stop
it.
her for now. Yeah. I'm gonna see if like anyone's breathing as I walk by, like really quickly.
Would I be able to
Sure.
clarify that theory, by the way?
Wait.
That it's the stone being a
Oh,
smart boy and all.
Yeah, sure. Give me all things considered. Give me an Arcana with advantage.
Ooh.
Yep. You're pretty sure whatever like latent magical stink on it is the corrupting factor here.
Okay. Maybe we should have checked the spears before.
Thank you, Captain Hindsight.
I didn't make a second Arcana check after that. Oh well.
I mean, the stones themselves were worthless. I didn't think they would hold this kind of power in them still.
I mean, if they were once powerful and now corrupted, they're still quite powerful.
Yeah, but their magical holding properties are not there anymore.
Perhaps repurposed.
Probably, or potentially. By what though is the question.
Hmm. I'm gonna sort of shout like back to Fingari as well. I was like, is there any possibility we could have some extra sight, maybe?
Yes, of course. If you gather round, children. Tell you a story about Saloon. Where's that gone?
300 feet, right?
Yeah. That's one there.
This makes it a little bit easier to see.
Everybody within 10 feet of me. So you have to
I'm we'll just
huddle up.
we'll just say for
Yeah.
the purpose of casting it was.
Yeah.
I'll huddle up.
Um,
Yeah, there we go.
And I'm going to give myself that vigilant blessing.
Ping it
So,
for me.
Oh yeah, before I forget, I will cast Mage Armor on myself.
Oh right, yeah, sweet.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, likewise.
Which I can't cast at the moment because, oh well, you know what I've cast. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Here, horsey, horsey.
How far can we move, by the way?
Like what you consider a reasonable amount in little short jumps, just to keep
Okay.
everything sort of clean.
I'm gonna like stop checking bodies from now and like just start running.
Yeah.
Like as fast as I can, essentially.
Fair enough. By the time he's
Christ.
reached about here, you're hearing yelling and banging on a door. It would indeed appear to be Othello.
I suppose the question is she equally as undressed as those lunatics?
Similarly so, yes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Shall we seem to calm her down? I mean, I can make it nighttime for her temporarily. Although I don't think that will help with you at all.
60 feet.
It won't make a button of difference because you've all got Vangaris. No, it doesn't give magical light sight, does it? Magical dark sight. It's just dark sight. Right.
Yeah, it's just dark vision,
Yeah.
like standard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like Devil's Sight.
I was gonna say for lack of a better map,
Actually, protection from evil and good. I'm going to throw in a note here. You know, it says it's protection from Fae. She is Fae.
Yep, that was my thinking.
just for an easy analog and to recycle a map.
Okay.
Yeah, finding a little snowy town map is a bit awkward, and it saves having to mostly saves having to fuck about with that like jank ass scale.
Yeah.
Do you want us to roll initiative, or are we still outside of initiative until we initiate?
Depends how you want to play this.
Because I want to initiate with a dispel magic.
Oh, interesting.
I tried the spell magic on the guy in a cage, I think.
Yeah, but maybe this is fresher.
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm just going to cast a spell magic on Othello. I believe it does. For each magical effect within range. Yeah.
Fair enough. Well,
If it's if it's something higher level, it has to be DC 13. Oh, I need to make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. So I need to make it with an intelligence check, essentially. To a thing. end it. I need to roll above the effects level or the spells level.
Cool. Thella, you feel a wave of some sort of magic wash over you. Turning around, you see your former party members, or your party members, whatever way you want to word that, and how you perceive them at the minute.
New party members. For the most
Yeah,
part.
new party members. Yeah, that'd be accurate.
Well, she's basically gonna snarl with rage, turn from the door she's pounding on, and also move to about there. And she's gonna chuck one of the Shardlin javelins at Larlock. For some reason, she seems particularly not pleased to see.
Did the magical effects not end?
Nope. Well, I mean, she's throwing a javelin at you, so afraid not.
The fuck?
Does not
14
hit.
hits.
Okay.
Does not hit. No.
Oh, mage armor. Yeah.
Mage armor. Yes. There's a reason why I said I would cast it.
Yeah.
I
I really need to add that to your sheet.
think, is there anything else I can do? I don't think there is, unless I can throw another javelin, but I don't think I can I?
2 attacks, so you multi-attack.
Oh, okay, well, in which case, yeah, another javelin then.
Cool. 1 sec. Attributes. Plus add. It's just your dex bonus on top, isn't it? Or it's 13 plus dex?
I think it's 13 plus dex.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 13 plus dex.
So I just do that. There you go. Cool.
No, I'm just
Nope.
completely whiffs.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Athela chucks 2 of her javelins over at Larlock and accomplishes nothing.
Excellent. Now it's my turn. Bonus action. I want to use the. A second. I'm going to cast Hound of Ill Omen.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get that updated. 1 sec.
And that will appear next to Athela. And then
Scroll.
for my action I will cast Fear on Athela.
Okay. Let me just.
So I'd like to have a D6 16 Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage from you.
Let me just check a thing. Trying to figure out if rage has any effect on this. I don't think it does. Okay.
Right,
So what was that? What saving throw, sorry?
A Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Okay. I rolled a nat 20 as the other one.
Doesn't matter. That's why I did the other thing that you're running with disadvantage. So you have become frightened.
Okay. Does this mean I have to retreat? I can't remember how this works, or I can't come any closer.
Let's see.
You have come any closer.
You have disadvantage on any ability checks or attack rolls while the source of fear is within sightline, and you cannot willingly move closer.
Okay.
I mean, it's a very scary dog that suddenly appears next.
The dog is invisible, making it more scary.
I mean-
How many HP does it have?
It's a direwolf stat block, isn't it?
It's a direwolf stat block, but it gets temporary hit points equal to half my sorcery level.
It's only at temporary hit points, or is it?
No, it's dire wolf plus temporary hit points.
Okay, cool.
So it's like a direwolf, but more
Sure.
dire.
Yes, except that this is a medium creature.
All right.
And-
let's check that.
It can only attack a single thing. And I did send you the
Cool.
picture for it. Yes.
Yeah, don't worry. A boop. Okay, whatever. I'll just adjust that one. It didn't work properly.
Yes, Mr. Fluffykins.
You get that tweaked properly.
And it also gets its own. What was it? I think it gets its own initiative.
I want to
Yeah, I
add
think so.
just nothing to do with the game, but when I first got Sam, my cat, I was actually a little bit tempted to call him Sir Reginald Fluffykins.
Yes. Oh, I miss Sir Reginald. It's not as bad though as the other familiar I had at some point, Albert the owl.
That's quite
Oh,
bad.
Albert. Right. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That's us.
Okay, that is the end of my turn, but Vela is frightened.
Sweet. Fingari's turn.
Ah, nice. So I'm going to move up and attempt to use. Remove curse.
Can you make that a spell attack for the context?
Yeah, I can. Hold on.
Simply asking, Athela, are you going to let Fingari touch you?
I'll think about this. I'm going to go with no.
There you go. Spell attack, please.
Okay. That. I'll just use like a cantrip or something.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nope.
Not that
I don't have
one.
any. What? I don't have any. That's annoying. I don't have anything that does that.
While you're figuring
D20
that out,
plus 8.
excuse me a moment while I'm letting a cat in.
Cool.
Come on, Sir Reginald.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
The power of Saloon compels you.
Literally. Nice.
It's a slap.
Okay.
Slap the sin out of it.
A big pointy chance to get back.
Right back.
Athela. Fingari literally slaps the demons out of you.
Okay. Successfully?
Successfully.
Alrighty then.
You're
Crit
fully
slap.
lucid once again.
So she's just gonna
And you remember very clearly what you just did to the
Yeah,
people
she's
of the
gonna
village.
basically slump down on her legs and just be like, "Oh, fuck. What did I do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
I don't know why. As I was getting up last night this morning to take my watch, I've never been so angry in my life. I don't know.
Do you still have any of those weapons? Drop them all now.
And she'll pull out the couple of javelins she's got left and go, "These? Was it because of these?"
Yes, throw them away.
Yeah, I mean, and you're
in a safe direction this time.
Yes, and I mean, you're still frightened of me.
Did you attune to them?
I don't think I had to, did I? No, I don't think so.
Nope.
Perhaps it was because you got the poison.
More like
No,
had 9 of them.
Yeah, I had to roll a bunch of times.
Oh, was it
Oh,
for
that's
each
what all
one?
that
Holy
rolling.
fuck!
Yeah.
Mystery solved.
Yep. It's okay. It's that time of the month. You know, happens to the best of us.
How many did I kill? I remember they were trying to stop me, and
just the militia.
Just like
Trovus, is he alive?
Barely.
For now.
Yeah, he might need a good slapping as well.
But
He's sleeping it off in his usual snowdrift.
You killed 8, maybe a dozen.
She just doesn't say anything, but it kind of looks like she's crying. Which, literally, you're like, well, because the only one I've known her for any length of time, so literally have never seen her do. Or even close.
You were saying some terrible things about the parents.
What did she say?
Something about elderberries?
It's an ancient... It's an ancient Sylvan curse.
Not worth repeating.
So, how can we trust that you're back to sound of mind now?
Were there any more of them? Or did you do all of this yourself?
It was just me. I don't know how to make this right.
Well, it wasn't your fault. There was a curse on you. So.
I don't think that's going to make it any easier to sleep at night somehow. It's not going to comfort the families.
Wait a second. Sorry to butt in between, Pointy, but I've just realized something. I cast fear on you while wearing that pirate hat that you were keeping.
Okay. I mean, it's thematic, I suppose.
It would instill fear on you, I suppose.
Yeah, it would be a reminder of, oh no, what have I done in the past?
Yeah, I'm gonna go and bitch slap Trovis.
I'm going to get some rope and tie up Ethella's hands.
I'm gonna pick up all the sharded weapons, and like even the ones we dropped.
Yeah, destroy them.
Yeah, and destroy them, burn them.
Yeah, like if you grind them with your heel a little bit, they turn into dust, like quite easily.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'll dust them then.
They've got consistency, I think, and I mean, vaguely described, it's a bit like seaside rock, like like hard candy almost. Like
Yeah, well, I was
sounds
gonna
a bit
like
weird, but
Sharp
yeah.
but brittle.
No, you.
Could I
Yeah,
start like
you
a
can get
fire
them
maybe
really
and
sharp.
and then like sort of melt them and then just grind it all into a dust, or just
Yeah.
grind it all first or whatever in between a rock and I'll just grind it.
Yeah, but like a rock of pretty much any comfortable workable size will do the job for you.
Yeah, I'll do that, and then I will don't know, see if I can get like a sack or something from somewhere and like put it in the sack and then
Okay.
like toss it in the lake or something,
Fair enough.
or bury it in the snow, I don't know, outside of town.
Makes
After
sense.
dropping
to me.
off Ethella's kit, except for the Nullheads, I guess Volkmar would start dragging the bodies in some sort of organized fashion. How many are there? There's quite a few, isn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
9.
6. Okay, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Somewhere in this like clearing over here.
There's probably some worried faces looking out of the window of the tavern at you at this point.
To say the least, yes. Looking around, you'll note that there's some. Well, they're starting to do prep for the monthly sacrifice. It's still a few days away, but they're they've clearly been out doing like a little bit of work in the like big like fish hooks that serve to hang the knucklehead trout up for whatever creature of Arl's comes along to accept the sacrifice on her behalf. General maintenance going on. There's just like drop tools around the place. Yeah, Athela got them pretty good.
Yeah, again, I'm going to make sure that at least Ethella's hands are tied.
Yeah, she's going to offer no resistance whatsoever. She just looks kind of numb.
I mean, I don't think you can even offer resistance because you're technically still frightened.
I suppose. Wouldn't that mean I would keep backing away from you?
No, you just can't.
You can't willingly
maximum
move
length.
closer to him.
Okay.
I can move towards you. You can't move closer to me, but
Okay. Oh, I see. Okay.
I mean, I suppose when I'm grabbing your hands, you'll be cowering in fear.
In the meantime, I'm going to fly over to Trovis and
You slap him.
slap him awake here.
Oh, nice. He wakes up and takes another swing at you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna join him for this.
Dex save.
Stop making the clerk do dex saves. Oh!
This time you just like you're prepared for it this time. So you exactly catch his fist like at your cheek almost. So your hand still sort of bumps your face a little bit, but you take like all the wind out of it, and he looks similarly shocked to how he was before. It's like, what are you doing?
I've just saved your town.
You're with
And
the
you're-
beast.
No, we stopped what was happening, And I fear I've just saved your mind as well.
My mind's like a steel trap. Face worse than that bloody centaur on my day.
Then how come you didn't stop it?
Well, it's not my day anymore, is it?
And how come you
That's why I'm
allowed
in this
yourself?
backwater town.
So why do you allow yourself to succumb to the whims of these weapons then?
I wasn't succumbing to any weapon.
No, I don't think he was.
So why would you attack a man of the cloth?
I don't much care for what cloth you're wearing. Some people wear fur around here. Some people wear armor.
He does have a point.
Hell, the centaur wasn't wearing any cloth.
I mean, it's
Well.
understandable you attacked us because we are affiliated with her. We have stopped her, just so you know. If you would like to get up.
And what are you doing with her?
Well, we've stopped her like altogether. She's fine. We're fine. The only problem is a lot of your militia are dead.
You're
okay.
You're the one
Step
that sent
back.
us to that hell pit.
I'll like. Is he lying? Was he lying in the snowbank?
Yeah.
As I like to offer my hand to like help him up, and if he takes it, I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Sure. That's like another relieved breath. It's a bit weird. If you put your mouse up about here-ish, you should get...
Yes, okay, I got it.
Yeah, cool.
Double roll. There you go, 12 hit points back.
He looks physically a little bit more relieved from how he's holding himself. But on looking down the street, he's already like a white dragonborn of some description.
Yeah,
sorry, he's a silver dragonborn. But if silver could go pale, it does. Like his shoulders like visibly slump, and he drops to his knees in the snow, and yeah. For a guy you're used to seeing in quite a jovial, if drunken state, this is yeah.
I know this all looks very bad, but we can explain why.
Persuasion at disadvantage.
What do you mean? Telling the truth.
Yes, but it's...
I'm not trying to persuade him of anything. I'm just trying to tell him something.
You're trying to persuade him that you can have a reasonable explanation to this. So...
That's performance.
Was that before?
Same difference. I think same difference for you, isn't it? Yeah, they're both same modifier. So yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
And he just looks around at you and he's like, how can there be any explanation for this tragedy?
Her mind was not her own.
Yeah. Cursed weapons.
I lifted the veil of darkness that shrouded her mind and her judgment. It was an accursed weapon we found in the lair of those gnolls that you sent us to deal with. We were doing your town a service.
This is doing my town a service?
We were. She disappeared in the night. She must have succumbed to the weapons at some point.
None of you saw her leave? None of you went after her?
I mean, she's
She
half
is
horse.
a horse, sir. She outpaced us. We came as soon as we could. I dropped the 8 knoll heads that I have wrapped about myself.
I imagine we
feet.
dropped them all in this area anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, say we took care of your problem, but it appears that we've stumbled across a greater one.
I'd have rather walked
Now,
into that
be
null
thankful
hellhole myself than
Be thankful
than have
that
this
only one of
result.
them turned up. Be thankful that only one of them turned up. We dealt
Yes.
with 5 others, 4 others. How many was it? I can't remember. It's been a
I
while.
don't know. Most of us were carrying those weapons.
No, but the manic
4.
barbarian people. 4 of them.
Oh, there was, 4.
There were 4 of them lurking not 3 hours walk from here. We dealt with those, and we thought that was the end of it. But they obviously infected our colleague with whatever was casting a shadow over their mind as well. Now, nothing we can do can bring back the souls that were lost here today, but if you'll allow it, we can look into the source of all this trouble, find out where these weapons are coming from, and deal with the very source of this darkness. Together, if you don't trust us.
He's just glaring at you at this point and says, "Do you think I'm going to trust you to do so much as wipe your own arse after this? You know, thing coming."
Or maybe I should have just left you bleeding out in that snow pile.
As long as you're associating yourself with that monster, you may as well live.
Her mind was not her own.
And he just gestures up through. He's like, "You tell that to their families." So that's the only excuse I have to give them. You may as well have just left me in the snowdrift.
What excuse are you looking for? We are telling you the truth.
Yes, well, the truth isn't justice, is it?
It really is.
Do you want justice?
Obviously.
What does justice look like to you? The murder of somebody that had no control of their actions?
And how are you supposed to prove that to me? The only proof I have are these corpses.
Do you have any magic users in the town that you trust, aside from ourselves?
No, they're few and far between in 10 towns.
Even a cursory glance with an arcane eye, you can see that these weapons are corrupted.
Problem is, I've thrown them all away.
And if such a cursory glance can tell these weapons are corrupted, why were you holding them and wielding them? Why was she wielding them?
We collected them from the, I suppose you could call them men that were wielding them, and we had no means of knowing that they were magical, and we just simply weren't looking. We weren't expecting savages caught out in the wilderness, frostbitten and half naked, to be wielding anything of any worth or value, or certainly nothing arcane in nature, so we didn't even check. That was a failing on our part, one that we shan't overlook again. But we are where we are. Nothing can bring those people back, but we can stop it happening to another town.
He picks himself up and sort of straightens back and sort of re-authoritates himself, I think is the way to put it. And I think it's time you left and didn't come back. Take the murderer with you. I'll be bringing this to the Council of Speakers. And they will decide what's to be done with her.
And let's hope that they have better judgment than you do. I understand that it's grief that's clouded your judgment presently. I hope that in future you will realise that we have done some good here in uncovering a greater evil that's lurking in these lands, and if you won't help us to rid the lands of it, then perhaps you're not everything that your tales
This town is my
speak of.
responsibility, boy.
And yet we had to come and fix it.
Leave. No.
Well, then may Saloon guide you on your path through this grief. We will be in touch when we find those that are responsible for this.
What's the plan? What the rest of you been doing while this conversation's been going on?
Oh, as I said earlier, Volkmar would have been collecting the bodies up into one place, and
Okay.
maybe if he completed, he would have returned.
Lara would have been keeping an eye out on the cellar.
She's just slumped down, kneeling in the snow, kind of just head cast down, not doing or saying anything.
Then Lala would also not be speaking.
Fair enough. Cool. And 10-minute break. 10-minute break.
Yep.
Please.
Sounds good.
Start getting at past.
Yeah.
So Pointy, how many of those javelins did it take you to become corrupted?
I actually don't know. It was a blind roll, so yeah, I had to roll like a 9d6, and then I think I had to do like a wisdom save or a charisma save or something as well, which I failed horribly.
Yeah, I had to do a charisma save, but I don't know what I rolled or anything. So
I only knew something was wrong when Phil went, right, okay, you failed that horribly. Ethel is now evil.
oh dear. Right, back a bit.
I honestly did not think she was going to live. That nat 20 was like the die decided, I suppose.
Yep, you're right.
If my turn had come sooner, I wouldn't have known really what to do. I don't know. Some sort of like maybe I don't know. Would suggestion have worked?
No.
Yeah.
A lot. So, since the cat's out of the bag, as it were. Child and weapons. A character who claims one or more of these weapons can be corrupted by them each day at dawn. So I was getting this pre-rolled basically just to make plans if need be. Roll a d6 for each such weapon in the character's possession. On a roll of 1, the character must succeed in a DC 13 charisma saving throw, or listen to the wording, or become an evil NPC under the DM's control.
Nice.
This alignment change can be undone by any magic that ends a curse, but after 10 days it can only be reversed by a wish spell or divine intervention.
Good job. We've got a cleric to keep you all on track.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think I found his character in there somewhere. Happy with that.
Okay. Well, everyone's back and we're
So-
past the rest point. What's the plan?
That's what I was going to ask. I made some big promises there, and I have no idea how to keep them.
Yeah, huge ones. Talking out your arse.
Yeah, like all religious people.
So are we going to get paid for these nullheads, or?
Fuck no.
Wait, you go back and ask him.
Just passively aggressively leave the pile next to his door. I've marked the climbing gear off my inventory as well.
No worries. Yeah, I think this is more of a count your blessings and get walking sort of situation.
Yeah, I think we should just leave.
Yes. Although, to be fair, in hindsight for the town, it's useful that it wasn't one of the spellcasters, since then the town would have been burning.
Although I might have been the better spellcaster for it to have happened to. But yes.
Don't know.
What, a literal winged devil raining death from above?
No,
Coincidentally, what is your alignment?
mine.
Yeah. There's an N there?
Yeah,
That's
it's meant to be like true neutral.
Okay. Oh, wow. That's interesting.
Why?
Oh, no, everyone in the party is some shade of neutral.
Makes sense.
Wait a second, so we have all of the neutrals then, the entire neutral cross.
Yeah, we do actually.
We're all Belgian.
Belgians are chaotic neutral.
No, Belgians are just chaotic.
Belgians are nulls.
I'll
Could be it, though.
suppose we can go to Lonelywood, although I don't think we would get a warm welcome there either.
Well, maybe once the news travels that far.
I mean,
how many centaurs can there be?
That is kind of the issue. So I suppose it's
I say we go to Good Mead and just let all this blow over.
good meat. Do you really?
I hear there's good mead.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. I mean, if you go to Lonelywood, at least then we'd be in the hostel, and at least we have a place to lock up Athela in case she gets another one of those bouts.
I imagine it's tied to the weapons, and they've been thrown into the lake.
Given past rolls in the remove curse, I would be happy for you to be like 90% assured of that.
I mean, it's either that we set out now to the adventure of figuring out what the fuck was going on, but we need some form of clue.
I mean,
go interrogate the corpses.
Certainly no coincidence, surely, that they all happened to have Charlatan weapons. They must have gotten them from somewhere.
Yes, but where is the question? And the Icewind Dale is big. Where to start looking?
Oh my god.
I mean, then the best bet is to head to a tavern, ask around, and see if someone knows something.
Haven't you come across Charlatan before?
I have come across, but not in this state.
I was more talking to Athela.
Oh, Athela.
It's not a thing you find on the high seas very often. It's the first time I've encountered it since I've been here.
God damn it. Would like to jog your memory, Athela, that Vaden had some.
Oh, did he? I didn't notice that.
He did, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Not on him, but he had some.
And where did he get it? Pointy.
That for some reason that thing is bugged, and but I remember enough from it suddenly occurs to Athela that, oh yeah, it was the dwarves, wasn't it?
Dwarves?
Oh yeah.
We had a run-in with some was it dark dwarves? I can't remember now.
Duragar.
Dark dwarfs
in
in these regions.
the Dwarven Valley. They weren't very friendly. They were stealing from one of the towns.
Caer Konig.
That was it. Which she would remember, even if I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay. Well then, do we know where these dwarves were, or where they mainly were?
I mean, we cleared out the one the one hold they had that we found in the Dwarven Valley. I'm not sure where there might be more.
Yes, you are. There was a map.
There was literally a map.
We also
Oh,
killed
is that
two
where the
in
little
East Haven.
what the dots were? I can't remember. There's so much I'm not
And
remembering.
then East Haven is where you jumped off the boat.
Yeah. And then we found them saying sunlight in the south, or a map or something.
But East Haven, you said. I mean, that means that we can also go there. I mean, still same plan. We can ask around.
I mean, they've already been to East Haven.
I know. I, as a player, know, but Larloch doesn't know. And since clearly Athela can't remember.
Well, that's what I was just saying. I was trying to jog her memory because she was the only one there, annoyingly.
Well, she wasn't the only one there. She's the only one still alive that was there.
Yeah.
Well, she would pipe up with that information then.
Okay. Perhaps we should go to Sunblight then, in the mountains.
Do we know anything about that sunblight? I mean,
I honestly can't remember.
Is
Because
there something about a dragon?
So long ago.
No, it was the boss guy from was it this place? The boss guy there, his father or uncle or something was the leader. Father was the leader of them down at some place and threatened doom upon us.
Mm-hmm.
It would explain why the dwarves were so tetchy. If they had some of the Charlatan as well. Charlatan? Shandaran?
Damn it. I don't know. I'd imagine they'd go crazy like the berserkers did.
They certainly didn't seem in the mood to talk when we came up against them.
Perhaps we should get going down to Sunblight, and maybe it would keep us out of the towns for a bit, and hopefully out of the eye of the law for a little bit.
Until we can clear your name.
Or you get executed.
She doesn't seem super happy with the idea of going back down south into the mountains. Because, that's where the rest of the party died. But she's sort of eventually just like, yeah, I guess. I can't think of anything better. Just watch out for squid-faced bastards, that's all.
But I mean, if we think that it's a dwarven place, I mean, in the mountains, it's probably a fortress, right?
Maybe. Are you thinking we should prepare?
I think it would be foolish to just go there and not expect anything.
I think I can do it with some dwarves.
Yes. I can also imagine that they wouldn't be necessarily happy seeing you, given the relation between your races. I think some form of preparation or some form of supplies might be needed. Especially since Missy there is now a wanted felon.
Perhaps we should rush to East Haven and then cross and come down? Go down that way?
Isn't East Haven a hive of scum and villainy?
I mean, at least we wouldn't draw attention there then.
I mean, as a player, I would think it would take maybe a day or two for the news to travel.
Yeah, we can get ahead of this. I mean, they've.
You mean you
thanks,
can literally
thanks
get
to
ahead
you,
of it?
Thanks to you, there's not many people to send out with messages.
Yes. But
yeah.
still,
I think we should go down to East Haven, and then cross over the river there if we can, and then go down to Sunblight. So we thingy at East Haven, resupply.
yes. Get at least some form of supplies there.
Good.
All right.
What supplies do we need?
I'd imagine
mean-
we'd need extra rations. I need arrows.
I'd like to get a diamond.
A diamond.
Yeah, worth at least 50 gold pieces.
Perhaps if we can try something else whilst we're there. I suspect we'll need to spend the night there.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Then let's set off that way then.
Is she still tied up, or do at least untie her hands once we get out of Caer Konig?
Yeah, once we're outside the village.
Okay. She'll take her gear back as well, presumably, including the hat. But I don't think she'll be very talkative.
I was going to say, trudging along, I think it takes you the full day to get to East Haven. I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll be generous and say that's the full day. I think realistically it's a day and a bit, but yeah, we'll just say like morning to night with the motivation you have, we'll get you there. Looking at any maps, you realize Sunblight is up in the mountains, so you will need to get some proper like climbing gear and whatnot.
Cool. We'll probably get some of that in East Haven then.
Do you think I would be able to fly in the mountains, or would there be like strong winds and updrafts and etc.?
Depends on the weather. If it's all relatively calm, I don't see why not.
I mean, is there any like weather predict? There isn't, is there?
Cold.
Darkness, snow. I mean, you need a druid for that, I suppose. I mean, when we're here, since we're here, I mean, can I take some gold from the party fund to get myself a diamond worth 50 gold pieces?
Are you
What the
asking
fuck?
me that, or?
No, I'm asking the group. I mean, to be fair, Phil, I don't care what you say about the party marker. It's about I'm asking the group whether or not they can spend our money.
Fair enough.
Sounds good.
Can I convert some of my copper into silver and gold?
Yeah.
Because I've got 2,000 copper for some reason.
Yeah, I need a diamond for chromatic orb, and I realized last session that I don't have a diamond for that yet.
Fair enough.
Then I'll start looking out for that, and at the same time asking around for some rumors because I'm curious.
Do we know this place's reputation?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'll give you the snowflakes. It's a 2 in friendliness, a 3 in services, and 3 in comfort. It's one of the larger towns with 700, 800 people.
We know like this. So I was wondering if we knew about like the pickpocketing and stuff.
Oh yeah, all that. Yeah, why not?
Then I would take precautions to avoid being pickpocketed.
I
Fair enough.
do the same thing.
Not too sure how. Maybe sticking like my purse at the bottom of my bag or something.
Can I do some kind of just intimidation roll generally to have a threatening aura about me so people don't want to try and pickpocket the big horse lady with the big scary maul?
Wait a second, Pointy, have you washed yourself since
think
we've
she would
left
have-
Caer Konig?
She would have scrubbed herself with some snow or something to get the blood off, yes.
Wait, we didn't take. You're still using a Charlatan maul?
No, this
No.
This is just
Oh,
this is a maul I picked
normal
up in the interim between party dying and new party showing up.
Okay. Also, Phil, whilst we're here, I would like to try and do some gambling.
Okay.
I have a charlatan's die, so
Okay.
I would like to try and do that and cheat.
Okay. Let's see. So what was the gambler's die or thing do?
The charlatan's dies I can choose. When you're over, it's a 6-sided die, and you can choose control which number it rolls.
Fair enough.
I would also try and make it not look obvious that it constantly rolls like whatever's best.
Fair enough. I mean, it is simply just a d6. We'll go with so how about like gambling checks with advantage for that then? We'll say you're playing like liar's dice or something like that. Since you can only manipulate one of the dice, you know, still advantaged in it, but you can hardly guarantee it. Fair enough. Let's go for. So first off, it's a wisdom. It's an insight check.
So, normal.
Then deception. Then charisma.
Are these all with advantage or?
They're versus me, with advantage. Yeah.
Okay. Insight, then persuasion, then deception, or performance, then right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh, cool. How much were you betting? Probably should have established that first.
I'm going to establish it now. You've not showed me your results. I want to go high stakes, so 100 gold.
Fair enough. So yeah, after
Feeling fairly confident.
a full night at the table. Cool. No complication. Full night at the table, you managed to get yourself. You managed to double up.
Nice. To 200 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Club. That's gonna be more beers tonight. What's everyone else doing?
Well, like I said, I want to be looking around to see if I can buy set diamond. I want to be.
I was gonna say given you arrived like at 8:30 in the evening. There is no how to put it, reputable establishments open to buy gems. If you want, you can go look for seedier elements of the town, or you can just wait till the morning.
Then I'll wait with that part for the morning. Then I'll start listening to some rumors, and I want to see if I can find a temple to Shar, maybe here.
Ooh, interesting. Give me, I suppose a charisma check, or some sort of.
I can do charisma check.
Let's see.
Normal one.
It depends how you feel like you're talking to people.
Yeah.
I suppose all the same to you. Give me persuasion if you're trying to like get information out of people, even in a conversationally sort of way.
Sure. Persuasion, right?
Yeah. Oh, very nice. So yeah, not a lot of people have heard of Shar. It's the that one of them southern gods, that sort of thing.
Yeah. One of those southern gods.
Never heard of him.
Interesting.
I would also like to be on the lookout for some religious establishments.
Fair enough. Although Larlock,
Yes.
he says, you seem the magical type. Do you hear why they burned that wizard a few weeks ago?
No. Wait, they burn a wizard here?
Yeah. And he sort of gestures in, so the whole table sort of like comes in a little bit, and he's like, it's because he hired some folks to help him find a buried tower, then killed him to keep it secret.
Buried
Well-
tower, you say? Not one of
well-
those special floaty ones.
Don't know about it floating. It's wedged in a hill somewhere, but he told me where it's at. If you want to make it worth my while.
I mean, if you can draw me a map to it, then yeah, I can make it worth your while.
He just like rubs his thumb and fingers together and looks at you expectantly.
I will get out a couple of those very rare electron pieces that I have and show them like, these are worth more than they look.
Interesting coinage.
You know, a magician like me, you find some weird artifacts once in a while. So, how many coins would he be willing to part that information?
Well, he keeps his hand open, and keeps sort of looking at you, then looking at his hand, and looking at you, looking at his hand, and expects you to sort of keep filling it up, as it were.
I'll start small. I'll start with 10 coins, and then if that's enough, I'll double it up.
Yeah, doubling up, and he closes his fists and says, "You know what? I think that's about right. My memory's a bit clearer now, you see." And he gets like he gets like a napkin at the bar, and scribbles out a little map for you, and so he's like, right, here's East Haven, here's like Denishire. If you follow the south side of the lake, and then you go up the frozen river, eventually, there's like a bend which there's facing north, and then if you go up that, and then there's a big hill, and you should see it up there. Can't miss it.
Have you seen it before with your own eyes?
No, but the information's good. Got a man
Yeah.
burned after all.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a wizard even. That means that the information is really good. Must be worth something worthwhile in there, right?
I'd hope so.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Anytime, matey.
And then I'll grab the map, and yeah. If it is what I'm sneakily suspecting it is, then yeah.
It might just be. Fair enough.
Othello would like to get drunk as quickly as possible, as cheaply as possible.
That could be very easily facilitated. Fair enough. Fair enough. Would everyone like to hit? Sorry. First off, what's everyone like for time? And because I think if everyone's good to go for another, I don't know, like a half hour or whatever, we can do the travel portion of this.
Sounds good.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good for half hour.
I don't want to make it too extreme late, but half an hour should be able to
Yeah,
pass.
I like very cleanly, very cleanly.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's I slept about 3 hours last night, so
Yes, that's yeah.
Mhm.
I was gonna say I have a lot of prep to do, so this is as far as you're gonna be getting. So.
Just very, very quickly, could I try and find a place of
Oh
worship?
yes,
Just like, so if I fly up and try and find the biggest, sort of most obvious one.
everything seems to be sort. I mean, if you happen to ask anybody, they've got no fucking clue. But there's a nice hill up here. There's there's a couple of nice hills in the edge of town. If like a semi-peaceful open spot is what you're after.
No, I'm looking for like a church or something. Doesn't matter what denomination. Just
Oh, none of that around here, I'm afraid.
wow.
I mean, at some point in the evening, I suppose that Lalo would run back into I keep forgetting names.
Fingari.
Fengari, even, yes. Like, so would you happen to know if there's any temple to Shar around here somewhere?
It doesn't appear to be any temples whatsoever.
No temples whatsoever? Not even to
I
Saloon?
I know,
How-
right?
How uncultured people.
Godless heathens, a lot of them.
But nothing to Saloon, nothing to Shar. Barely one to Olmenthor. Such weird place here.
In that case, can I try and plant some rumors?
Plant some rumors, okay.
Well, as far as Fengari is concerned, it is the truth, but it's like counter rumors to what's going to be coming out of Caer Konig. Just explain that there's cursed weaponry about. Don't trust anybody seen with it. And just explain that one of our party members was taken by it, and the what that Dragon Ball's called, but he's the sorry, he's like the main guy in that town, isn't he?
Oh, you mean
He's
Travis?
Travis?
Sorry?
You mean the town speaker?
Yes. So I would like to circulate the rumor that he was under the effect of one of the weapons as well, and I cured him as well.
Mention that he's a drunkard as well.
Yeah, I'd be like, the drunk Dragonborn speaker, whatever he is.
Yeah,
Whatever you call your leaders up here.
yeah, he's good fun. We're up. Had a good drink with him when things were a bit open and not frozen over.
Yeah, well, him and one of our party members were stricken by this curse and had to lift it off them. It was, unfortunately, a few people died. So if you see anybody with any of these weapons or trying to distribute them, be incredibly wary of those people. They may not have full control over what they're doing.
Didn't seem like the type to be using fucky weaponry. He's an experienced adventurer,
It's my experience that seasoned adventurers will just pick up anything that looks shiny.
Ah, we've seen his trophies. He's real good.
Mm-hmm. regardless, keep an eye out and don't trust anybody with them. If you have the chance to destroy them, do so.
Huh, all right, Mr. Paranoid.
I'm sure you'll find out what happened in the coming days when they can spare the people to send word.
Oh, Phil, if you're going to this map, could you mark where that tower is?
Already have.
Oh, okay.
There's your
Okay.
directions.
Then if I see the party, I like, hey, I found some magic stuff. I would first approach Volkmar for it because I think he'd also be keen on information like this.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's like they burned the wizard about it. That means that there must be something inside, right? Might be worth checking out.
He's clearly thinking for a few moments to himself about risks and rewards. That sort of galaxy brain gift, summing it up. But yeah, he'd look back at you and nod in agreement.
Yeah. Now to convince the others, also to convince Estella, you do your party. Yes.
He would respond and ask, "Could we not do this ourselves?"
I mean, I'd rather have some meat in front in case there's some unwanted guests around. It's also quite a ways out, so it's a bit far for the two of us to just head there unnoticed. As I'll show the map with the directions.
How far outside of town was it?
Do you see that red line?
Yeah.
At the end of that red line.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's quite far.
Yeah. The question
Okay,
is,
cool.
okay. And then after doing that with Volkmar, Varlach will try to do the same thing with Estella. Like, hey, psst, Estella, I found a place where there's maybe some treasures.
Don't care. Go away. Getting drunk.
They burned a wizard over it.
Don't care. Go away. Getting drunk.
Volkmar and I are going to go there at some point. You're gonna come with us, right? Might buy you more booze. Yes.
Don't care about more booze in future. More booze now. Too
Oh,
loud.
Now is the future.
Go away. Unless you're bringing beer. In which case, more beer.
I will mark you as a yes.
Just kind of looks blearily at you over the rim of a tankard, surrounded by many empty tankards.
Wait a second. Seeing as Estella is drinking so much, can I try to see if I can rouse one of the locals into a drinking competition against her?
Sure. How do you want to go about it?
Yeah, it's like you see my friend there. I mean, you can totally that see that she's a lightweight, right?
She's literally surrounded by like a dozen large empty flagons or whatever tankards.
Don't know about that. Yeah, don't know about that, mate. She looks like she's got a lot of place to put the mead.
Yeah, I mean, you know how it is with those centaurs, right? Weak constitution. I mean, she looks steady now, but when she walks, can't even do that, man. I'll be trying my best to try to deceive someone into doing a small drinking contest against Estella.
Persuasion or deception, your pick.
I want to do a deception, yes.
You don't really get any takers. You get like one guy that sort of gives you a half-assed, yeah, alright. I've nothing better to do.
And then I will slowly shove that guy towards Estella and like, Estella, I found you drinking buddy. And then Larlock will vanish into the crowd again.
She's just gonna look at Larlock like, what? Huh?
Drinking buddy, you drink with him.
He's bringing me booze? Okay, sure. More booze. Bring booze. Booze good.
Yeah, the guy just sort of goes over and sits beside you and looks at you, and you look back, and he shrugs and just gets back to his drinking. But anyway,
I'm going to say after a time that once she's drunk enough, she's just gonna look over at him, look him up and down, whisper something in his ear, and then basically drag him off.
interesting.
The poor sod.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's resisting or not, but she's probably,
All right.
Into that kind of thing.
Okay, so long rest, everybody. We'll just roll that one forward.
No, Phil, role play it.
No. I don't think we need the details.
Come on, let's get some ERP in here.
No. What have I done? Well, I'm sure there's more than enough of that sort of thing on the internet if you care to look it up.
Yeah, there probably is. Unfortunately. If Volkmar comes to Morvia whilst he's gambling, Morvia would be up for going to the tower.
Okay. So
If
are you...
Volkmar does what? Sorry.
Well, you and Larlock were on about going there, like just the two of you, and you like Larlock was like, "Oh, go and convince like your side of the party, and I'll go and convince Othello." And
right.
I'm just telling you, Morvia would be happy with going.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Fair enough. For my clarification, where he's going?
I think we're probably what Fingari wants. Go to the Sunblight first, or do you want to go to the tower first? That is a big question. I'm off for going to the tower first.
Yeah. Same.
Morvia is easy. Doesn't matter to him. Tower first is fine.
I mean, people are dying.
Yeah,
would you like a week to think about it?
Do you have to prep both, Phil?
I'll have to prep one or the other.
Okay.
Not a huge amount needs done, but like both of them are quite wordy, shall we say?
Well, it's like 3 to go to the tower, so right.
The thing is, there's a good argument for the both of them.
Okay. I'll just make the executive decision, and we'll give you the week to figure that one out.